We're keeping you informed, prepared, and connected. Here's what's happening now. A jam-packed start to the RNC.
I believe that we're going to have 4 of the greatest years in the history of our country.
We're breaking down the issues that matter to you and your vote, plus reaction from young voters. Then, they've served St. Pete for 30 years. Why a beloved restaurant is shutting down for good. And as popular weight loss drugs get harder to find, some are turning to knockoffs. But are they safe? We verify next on 10 Tampa Bay.
10 Tampa Bay is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Live now on 10 Tampa Bay, making headlines, the Republican National Convention in the spotlight. The former president makes his first appearance since his attempted assassination. Plus, his new running mate. In less than 1 minute, the issue Republicans are tackling first and what young voters here in the Bay Area want to see. A local Italian staple closed.
People are what really make the restaurant.
Tonight, white Portofino's owners say they had no other choice. Plus, people turning to weight loss drugs to get fit. But now knockoffs are coming onto the market. Our Verify team looks into whether they're safe. 10 Tampa Bay is live right now. First tonight, the ticket is set. Former President Donald Trump announcing Ohio Senator J.D. Vance as his running mate just hours ago. The duo will take on President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, seeking re-election this November. This is Nightside. I'm Carolina Lead. Dave has the night off. The announcement came just as the Republican National Convention got underway today, and roughly 48 hours after the former president survived an attempted assassination.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for us to determine our nominee for the office of Vice President of the United States, Senator J.D. Vance.
Vance is now the first millennial to join a major party ticket at 39 years old. The choice comes at a time when the age of both presidential candidates have come under sharp eye of voters. Vance first rose to national fame with the publication of his memoir, Hillbilly Elegy, in 2016. He was later elected to the Senate in 2022 and has become a loyal ally to Trump's agenda on topics including trade, foreign policy, and immigration. So this is a live look at the Republican National Convention tonight, the venue emptying out right now, minutes after the event wrapped up. Opening night was focused on the economy with speakers from lawmakers to everyday Americans. And within the last hour, President Trump arrived at was grazed by a bullet Saturday, taped up. It's his first appearance since the assassination attempt. The GOP is hoping Trump's announced pick and the RNC underway will further their momentum, but Republicans and Democrats are pitching themselves to younger generations. Tonight, 10 Tampa Bay's Miguel Octavio spoke to young voters right here in the Tampa Bay area. The RNC runs through Thursday while the Democrats will hold their convention next month in Chicago. There is heightened scrutiny on security at the RNC this week after the assassination attempt on Saturday. But the U.S. Secret Service says it's keeping its security plan as is. And local law enforcement is part of that plan. A team deployed to the RNC includes 15 officers from the Bradenton Police Department and 2 officers from the Palmetto Police Department. They joined thousands of officers from across the country to assist the Secret Service.
They're working in 10 to 12-hour shifts, and depending on the law enforcement agency, there's that coverage in that outer perimeter 24/7 throughout the duration of this event.
Today, the Secretary of Homeland Security announced someone outside government will be appointed to lead an independent review of the security failures at the Trump rally. So the shooter identified in this case is 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. Tonight, CBS News learned new details about him. We now know he went to a gun range near Pittsburgh in the days before the shooting, and just hours ahead of this rally, he bought a box of ammunition for his father's AR-style rifle. Still, no word on the motive here, but investigators have cracked the gunman's cell phone information.
Is the Secret Service stretched too thin?
We draw upon resources not only across the federal government, but with state and local law enforcement. And I do intend to speak with members of the Hill with respect to the resources that we need.
And former firefighter Corey Comparator was killed in the attempted assassination. He died while shielding his family from the gunfire. Now 2 others, 57-year-old David Dutch and 74-year-old James Copenhaver, are now in stable condition. Again, that shooter is identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. Tonight, CBS News, as I've told you, has more details about him. We now know that he went to a gun range just near Pittsburgh. This is some of the information I gave you a little bit earlier. Just hours ahead of that rally, he bought that box of ammunition, as we mentioned, for his father's AR-style rifle. Again, at this moment, we're still working on more information, but the investigation continues. So as for the Biden team tonight, they are moving cautiously to restart his campaign advertising after pulling all ads this weekend as a sign of respect. They say the president's goal going forward is to lower the temperature in politics. Earlier tonight, the president sat down for an interview with BET Network's Ed Gordon in Las Vegas. He also addressed the NAACP convention and attended an economic summit. We are going to be tracking both campaigns all week long. You can find new developments anytime on our free 10 Tampa Bay app. We will also send you alerts with any major campaign updates. A South St. Pete staple is closed tonight after 30 years of business. Portofino, known for its Italian 10 Tampa Bay's Chris Hurst spoke to the owners, who say they just couldn't overcome rising prices.